Okay, so today we're looking at LCM and HCF. Now let's talk about what that means. So LCM stands for lowest common multiple. Okay, so when I talk about that, we're looking at a group of numbers and we're trying to find the lowest common multiple. Now remembering multiples are infinite, they can go forever. So we want to find the one that's the lowest, okay, that they all share together. With highest common factor, factors are obviously finite, there's only a certain number of them. So we want to find the factor that's the highest one out of a group of numbers, out of a set of numbers, okay, that is the highest one. Now the reason why we do this is when we jump into fractions, if I have two fractions, let's say I've got a half plus a fifth, I can't add those together unless my denominators are the same, okay? So finding the lowest common multiple is often the easiest way, or one of the ways that we can determine what we need to change our denominators to so that we can add them together. When you simplify fractions, let's just say I've got a big fraction or I've got a group of fractions, our highest common factor is really good for simplifying fractions down quickly, okay, so that we can achieve the simplest form, which is what we answer fractions in its simplest form. So let's have a look at the multiples first. So here I've got the multiples of my three numbers. Now when I find the lowest common multiple, I always find the multiples for my biggest number first. Okay, so I'm just going to write down, let's say 6 of those. So 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, we'll stop there. Now what I do is I look at my smallest number and my next number and I say, okay, well, what numbers can these possibly go into, okay? Or with these numbers, am I able to divide into these equally, okay? And 2, you'll notice, is an even number. So you think of all of the numbers that you can divide by 2, okay? They have to be even, okay? If I have 33 divided by 2, I'm not going to get an even answer or an answer that's going to be a whole number because of the fact that I can only divide even numbers by the number 2. So that means straight away I rule out all of my odd numbers. They're gone, okay? Now, sometimes you'll find that this isn't enough multiples. You have to do another 5 or another 6 multiples in order to find it. But let's have a look at 3, okay? And can 3 go into 10? Well, no, it can't. Can 3 go into 20? No, it can't. Can it go into 40? No, it can't. But it can go into 30, okay? So let's just quickly check to make sure that 30 is our lowest common multiple. So obviously, 2 times 15 is going to equal 30. So yes, it is a multiple, okay, of 2. 3 times 10 equals 30. So yes, it is a multiple of 3. So that means that our lowest common multiple for 2, 3 and 5 is 30, okay? So that's a quick way of working out your multiples, all right? With our factors, what I do with my factors is I always work out the factors of the smallest one first. So with multiples, I work out the multiples of the biggest number first. But when I jump into factors, I work out the factors of the smallest number first. And I'll explain that in a second. So 1 is a factor of all numbers. Okay, so 1 is going to be a factor. Yes, 2, I can divide 12 by 2. I can divide 12 by 3 and 4, not 5, but I can divide it by 6 and obviously 12 itself. Now, our highest common factor is going to be one of those 6 factors. Okay, it has to be one of those 6 factors. So immediately, I don't have to work out any factors that are greater than 12. So 24 has a factor of 24. It's not going to be 24. Okay, so let's start with the highest one up here. Can I divide 18 by 12? No, I can't. So it's gone. I can divide it by I can divide 24 by 12, but I can't for 18, so it's out. So let's have a look at 6. Can I divide 24 by 6? Yes, I can. Can I divide 18 by 6? Yes, I can. So that means that my highest common factor for 12, 18 and 24 is 6. So if you work out your list of factors, okay, work out your list of factors, and then go through a checking process until you get your highest common factor. Now, if I was to have a look at something like, let's look at these numbers here, and my highest common factor for these, well, obviously this one is 1 and 2, this one here is 1 and 3, and this one here is 1 and 5. My highest common factor for this set of numbers is 1. Okay? So sometimes your highest common factor could be 1. Alright, it could be 2, it could be a smaller number as well. Okay? So that's how we work out lowest common multiple and highest common factor.